Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. Plus, the Crypto Basic has this interesting headline. Deaton explains why Judge Torres is taking his time with a decision in the Ripple vs SEC case. Most people in the XRP community, I believe, had predicted that this lawsuit would be resolved by the end of March. Moreover, that has not occurred. It seems like most people were willing to bet that it would probably have ended by that time period, based on polls that I've seen, including one that I put out however many weeks ago, but it hasn't yet. So, what exactly is taking so long? This is a perfectly reasonable inquiry. You know what it boils down to, right? You can only begin to fathom the pressure that Judge Torres must be feeling to make a decision in the most momentous case she has ever heard. And that is precisely what this discussion with Attorney Deaton is about. Here are some of the things he said about it that I want to relay to you. But we also found out, thanks to Attorney Deaton's disclosures, that Judge Torres's final rulings on doorbell motions have historically taken, well, let's just say this for now, and then we'll get into the specifics. However, according to the information provided by Attorney Deaton, the case will be resolved by May 6th at the latest. If she delays the decision any longer than that, she will have set a new record for herself. This doesn't rule out the possibility, but if you assume she will continue to act in a manner consistent with her past actions, you can expect a public ruling from her by May 6th. But there's a lot riding on this. I just want to double check that she's on the right track here. As for me, I'd rather take my time and make sure everything is in order before moving forward with her. Then there was this other tale. Later in the video, I plan to discuss a topic I wanted to bring up from the Crypto Basics headline. Top US lawyer Jeremy Hogan says he holds 75% of his portfolio in XRP. He has XRP as his main cryptocurrency holding, accounting for 75% of his total. But before I go any further, let it be known that I have zero expertise in either law or finance. I am not a legal or financial expert, and you should not act on any suggestions I make. Okay, then? Just a hobbyist here who occasionally posts videos to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. Okay, then? John Deaton, author of a new book on crypto law, noted that the judge in the case of Ripple vs SEC is under a lot of pressure because of the importance of her decision. In light of pro-XRP lawyer James Filan's predictions that a ruling in the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC would be issued by the end of last month, several members of the XRP community have recently taken to Twitter to ask why Judge Analisa Torres has yet to issue her ruling. But that didn't occur, and now people are wondering what could have caused the hold-up. I, too, was among those who, purely for amusement, predicted that it would be over by the end of March. But I'll be honest and say that I pretty much just plagiarized the attorney's filing because, hey, he's the expert, right? To shed light on the delay in Judge Torres's summary judgment ruling, crypto law founder attorney John Deaton recorded a video that has since gone viral within the XRP community. So says Deaton, the lawyer. Judge Torres is taking her time to make a correct ruling because of the gravity of the case. He speculated that the pressure Judge Torres has been under throughout the Ripple lawsuit, particularly from the blockchain company, is unprecedented in her entire career. That, right there, is so unbelievable that it must be true. Technically speaking, that's just someone's opinion. Sure, whatever. It seems obvious to me, though. She has never presided over a case with a witness list that included 76,000 people, as in this case presented by attorney John Deaton. Do you really think she isn't feeling the weight of that expectation? Oh, my. I mean, look, and I think I made the point it's like in an ideal world, you would assume that every judge with every single case would consider with the same amount of seriousness that you will consistently, basically within the last week, I think I made the point it's like in the video. Still, judges are just people like everyone else. And I guess I'm just saying that I have a hunch that there are judges in the world who, if something is shown to have great gravity, if you will, then the judges in such cases will be a lot more cautious before they put the final judgment out there. And I'm aware that they need to treat each situation with the same degree of gravity. However, your humanity is an inalienable right. Consequently, she's aware of this. That's why I'm guessing she's looking through every scrap of relevant data she can get her hands on like, my gosh. That's what I think, at least. That's exactly how I'd act if I were in her shoes. Absolutely. But you see, that's why it's cool for us XRP holders, because it becomes immediately obvious that we are on the side of the law. If Ripple is found to have broken the law, even if it's something relatively minor and they have to pay a small fine, that's fine as long as there's a way forward for XRP. That's what I'm hoping to see happen here. But check out this citation. Lawyer Deaton has sent us the following. I seriously doubt that Judge Torres has ever been under the kind of pressure she's under now, he said. Here's what the judge and Voyager said, says the message Ripple is sending to the court. Consider the Supreme Court's recent ruling on the issue of fair notice. Consider the actions of the SEC. Quote NCFTC, look at Binance. He noted that these developments come at a time when he and others have predicted that her ruling in the lawsuit would bring regulatory clarity to the US cryptocurrency industry. Here's another one of Attorney Deaton's sayings. This is the most momentous decision the judge has ever had to make. Keep that in mind. What other decisions in recent history have had as much of an impact on international trade and the global financial system as this one did? Stop quoting. The ongoing SEC lawsuit against Ripple, he said again, is the most significant non-fraud SEC enforcement action since 1946, when the Howey case was decided. And yes, I'm fully aware that the article's naming of this is backwards. It's not a Ripple SEC lawsuit, but rather a loss at the SEC. I'm taking it at face value, as written. But of course I'm aware of that, no fool here. Okay, but what about the patients? Do we need to be patient? This question is posed in the subtitle. A call for patience has been made by Deaton. According to Deaton, however, the judge's pace of work on the decision is not to blame. The pressure on Judge Torres is high, as she is fully aware that Ripple, the blockchain company at issue, will appeal any decision that goes against them. He also mentioned that the judge would have to justify her decision to rule in favor of Ripple on summary judgment. Here is what Attorney Deaton had to say about it. Judge Torres is under a lot of pressure to rule against Ripple, and she knows that if she does, the case will be appealed to a more conservative court. If it's for Ripple, then she has to explain herself, end quote. So, listen, I have no intention of ever discussing politics that are not directly related to cryptography on this channel. Not a place to discuss politics. When discussing politics, I will only do so if there is a direct bearing on the topic of cryptography. So, it makes no difference to me if you lean left or right on the political spectrum. If you're referring to the Supreme Court justices that Attorney Deaton is addressing, then you couldn't be more on the money. It leans conservatively, albeit strongly. The makeup of the Supreme Court with these justices, they are very against government overreach, which is good news for you as an XRP holder regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum. The SEC is engaging in massive overreach on the part of the government. Therefore, your political beliefs are irrelevant. All I'm doing is facing facts. Attorney Deaton has written and spoken extensively on this topic over the past 6, 9, and even 12 months, and he is completely correct. In the event that this matter reaches the Supreme Court, the parties involved would do well to count their blessings that the justices assigned to it are the ones most qualified to decide it. I'm not going to argue with you about politics or religion or anything else. However, this is not the case here. Yep. And indeed, that is the thing you require. I really hope we can avoid that outcome. I'm just saying we're in a good position if things come to that. If I had to be honest, I'd be more optimistic. I can tell you right now that my confidence in a good outcome has increased. I'm more confident that what ought to be done will be done if this makes it all the way to the Supreme Court, where I know the composition of the court and what Judge Torres will do, than I am with just Judge Torres alone. And XRP will eventually find its way forward. But even though I'm very sure of that, I can't say for sure. Attorney Deaton further urged the XRP community to exercise patience because the ruling is not as easy as many think. And I'm certainly even more confident, given the makeup of the Supreme Court in terms of the ruling, that they'd come to peace, he said. And Deaton said, just be patient, to paraphrase. The finish line is in sight. Stop quoting. It's close, for sure. So, again, I want to be clear about something I mentioned at the beginning of the video with regards to the closing of this case. It relied on arguments from Dorbit. This is exactly what lawyer John Deaton was referring to. He then mentioned a single case in which the Dorbit rulings, those concerning the use of expert witnesses, were issued. And then, only an hour after that was submitted, Judge Torres issued a final ruling in a completely unrelated case. Nope, didn't see that coming at all. And then there was another one, which I believe Deaton said took place some 2 weeks later, and then there was another one, which took place some 1 month later, and then there was another one, which involved, the ruling with regard to the Dorbit motions, expert witnesses. And then, a couple of months later, it occurred. On March 6th, all of the Dorbit rulings were finalized. 2 months from now would be on May 6th, so keep that in mind. Therefore, it's not like it couldn't develop further than that. The thing is, given Judge Torres' track record, if the decision is delayed past May 6th, it would be completely unprecedented. That doesn't mean it can't, but it is what we're considering. Because of this, I think it's highly likely that one day soon we'll wake up and find this topic in the news. Attorney Deaton has stated that he would be surprised if the case lasted past May 6th, though he does recognize that it is possible. I'm at a loss for words because, I appreciate the enormous amount of work that Judge Schwartz puts in. Not only do I appreciate the stakes involved, but I have every reason to believe that she does as well. Is it possible that she'll have to spend more time on this case because of that? So, I can't say. I can't decide whether or not to be surprised. I mean this merely in a general sense. That which has come before? Yes, well, if we stay within that, we should have a decision by May 6th. Let's wait and see what develops. Okay, then? Finally, for laughs, and because it's relevant to the topic at hand, let me mention that, according to the Crypto Basics, a top US lawyer claims to have 75% of his portfolio invested in XRP. Jeremy Hogan, an attorney who is an ardent supporter of XRP, recently took to Twitter to show off the nano ledger containing his extensive cryptocurrency holdings. According to the attached data, 74.3% of Hogan's total long-term cryptocurrency holdings are in XRP, making it the dominant cryptocurrency in his portfolio. In contrast, only about 25.7% of the partner at Hogan and Hogan's law firm's long-term crypto holdings are in Bitcoin. Hogan, responding to the news, described himself as a maxi of XRP, BTC. This is a quote from, and it shows that XRP accounts for roughly 75% of his long-term holdings, while Bitcoin accounts for the remaining 25%. Jeremy Hogan is a very astute man. Respected sage. You guys already know this, but XRP is my largest single cryptocurrency holding. I have about 30 different cryptocurrencies, but my holdings of XRP are worth far more to me in US dollars than Bitcoin or any other crypto out there. What would you recommend that I do? Since it's been a while since I checked this, and the prices of all my crypto are always fluctuating, I can't say with any certainty what fraction of my total crypto holdings would be XRP. Not even close to half. Not even close to half. I can't tell if that would make my XRP 10% or 15%. I can't say. Though I have invested heavily in XRP, I have also invested in many other coins, some of which hold what I consider to be very serious capital. It's just that, personally, I'm most intrigued by things that I can put to use, and XRP is practically dripping with applications. It seems to me that Attorney Hogan has already figured that out on his own. To my mind. Unless you're some sort of Bitcoin maxi troll dropping by on the off chance, I'm going to assume that everyone listening is a regular listener. Don't bother looking at anything. I hope that this area keeps its natural state. However, I believe that we all understand. XRP stands out as one of the few cryptocurrencies that is actually being put to use. More specifically, it is being used in the commercial production sector. Indeed, that was my intended meaning. After everything is said and done with the SEC Ripple case, I still think we'll end up with what's rightfully ours. It's a gamble, and I can't predict when it will pay off, but if you've been keeping up with developments on both the SEC replication and the widespread adoption of XRP in the real world, you can't help but be encouraged. It's impossible not to be extremely optimistic about it. To clarify, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should not act on any advice I give here. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.